Hello to my fellow history lovers and people that think if I learn something new, it'll be a good day. I think most of us will learn something new today. This was a tricky question. Revolutionary War Effect in Quiz Book, Jonathan Hall. It's just one question, but the answer got more complicated. So here's the question. Who ordered the Americans to advance against the British at Concord? There's no A, B, C, D. I actually wouldn't have known this. Do you know this? I'll even give you a hint. It starts with a B. But this is all the answer says. In the absence of Colonel Barrett, Major Buttrick gave the order. That's it. That's all it says. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why was Barrett absent? So I did some research, and it's actually an interesting story. So here's the story. Barrett had a bunch of military supplies hidden on his farm, and the British got wind of this. And in fact, when they finally do march there, it says about 120 British officers marched 2 miles beyond Northbridge to search his farm. So Barrett had been warned ahead of time. Just like they had information about him, he had information about them. Think Paul Revere's ride. There's the riders warning them the British are coming. So they've moved anything of value. But meanwhile, Barrett is still with Buttrick and all the men, and they see the plumes of smoke rising in Concord, and they believe wrongly that the British are burning the entire town. So Barrett orders the men to approach Northbridge, to go to Northbridge. And at this point, this is not open fire on them. They don't want open warfare. It's just move there. But meanwhile, he's going to go back to his farm real quick and see what the heck's going on, like with his own farm. So, and just really quick, it says that his wife was the only one there when they actually arrive. And she even went so far as to telling them they won't find anything, and even fed some of the officers breakfast when they tried to pay her. She called the coins the price of blood. But meanwhile, while he's gone, is when they're getting closer and there's actual shots fired, and it is Buttrick. So Barrett's not there. It is Buttrick who says famously, "Fire, for God's sake, fellows, soldiers, fire." That's Buttrick, not Barrett. So anyway, that is the answer. And I just share with you this other really quick, cool fact. This is the little fact thing because I thought this was interesting. It says, it is remarkable that one of the patriots fighting was an 80-year-old farmer, so he's 80 years old, veteran of the French and Indian War, Captain Samuel Whittemore. He stood alone after his companions fled. He shot and killed 3 British soldiers before they shot, clubbed, and bayoneted him, leaving him for dead. Although Whittemore suffered no fewer than 13 bayonet wounds, he lived for another 18 years, so to 98. So never think somebody that's 80 isn't a threat, or I guess a value to you, depending on which side you're on. Anyway, thanks for letting me share always, and I will see you tomorrow.